Hotep Senuhena Senut ET Ren Ishakanugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. It's been quite a minute that I did not go live. The title of this video is Kanye West said he loves Hitler, the Nazis, and the Zionists during Alex Jones' interview. Now, this December 2nd, 2012, that interview took place yesterday. We're going to go through it. We'll have a little bit of commentary. And if we have some callers, then they are welcome. So let's get to the nitty gritty. I'm going to mute my mic. No, I don't need to anyway.
Schwarzenegger said he loved Hitler. They gave him an award. I'm just saying, I don't like Nazis, and I don't like what some of the mafias are doing either.
I like Hitler.
Did you hear that? It didn't take long. Now, he was wearing a mask all throughout the interview. So who knows? He might say, psych, wasn't me. Gotcha. Now, let's listen to another excerpt.
Team, and the Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shook people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Okay, we're going to get to that. I don't want to get digressed into this, but remember I told you a story about my grandfather.
So, Alex Jones didn't really know. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't prepared for that. Let me check the sound first. Why am I here? Okay. But as you heard, Kanye said that the Nazis did good things too. And we're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time. All right? Let's go to another excerpt.
It totally makes sense to me. I'm following it. But I was just thinking about Satan, that whether it's the Zionists or Hitler, it's not the person, it's Satan using the people that
I agree with that.
Are controlled by demonic forces. But what I'm going to say is the Jewish media has made us feel like the Nazis and Hitler have never offered anything of value to the world. Meanwhile, there's all of these things that are happening. Planned Parenthood is New World Order population eugenics that is happening to this date.
Till this day. Now, let's go to the other excerpt.
Right. They want to melt us all down. That's what globalization is. They want to globalize the government, the economy, and the population. They want to global.
That's not there. Not there. Bear with me. Won't be long.
I gotta watch my accounts because they've been frozen by the Jewish banks. So I need to watch my mails.
Well, CNN says white people are evil Nazis. So, I mean, I disagree with both statements, but I get the frozen.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at.
Oh my goodness! Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. But look,
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh man! Well, I have to disagree with that. But listen.
All right. So he doesn't like the word evil next to Nazis. He loves Jewish people, but he also loves Nazis. Let's move to the next excerpt.
We're talking about. Do you disagree?
I agree. And as I talk about, I think about it, it's like I gotta say, I love the Zionists. I love the people that blocked my bank account because God runs the world and uses everyone.
So he said it. He loves the Zionists. Okay. Now let's go to the next excerpt.
With some of more picture history books that I started reading those, and it's like a fact that Solomon married a bunch of black women. It's a fact that Ethiopia was Jewish. It's a fact that North Africa was Jewish. It's a fact that went on. And then Kyrie Irving puts out a video explaining that a bunch of North African blacks are intermarried and part Jewish, and Israel lets a bunch of blacks in because they can prove that their lineage, their names are Jewish names. So how is it anti-Semitic? And how does the ADL say it's anti-Semitic for black people who are related directly to King Solomon and King David, the line of Judah, which Haile Selassie was the leader of Ethiopia? That's where this whole movement comes from. To act like they don't know this, I'm not blaming Jews for this. I'm blaming the leftist ADL. To deny black Jews their heritage is a historic fraud. It's a damn historic fact. It's on Wikipedia. It's not even debated.
So I don't expect, Alex Jones to be deep when it comes to history. But there, he really sounded like the conscious community. He really sounded like the Pan-African so-called scholars. So it's on Wikipedia. It's not even debated. The blackness of Jews is a historical fact. Now, he started off saying it's a historical fact that Solomon married a bunch of black women. That's what he said. You can't go back and listen to it. It's a historical fact. If anybody knows Alex Jones, if you don't mind asking him for his record, for his data, for his sources, because that's news to me. That's news to me. It's a historical fact that Solomon married a bunch of black women. So maybe we will have some black Hebrews who like quoting Alex Jones and say, they will say, well, even Alex Jones knows the deal. You know what I'm saying? Even Alex Jones knows the deal. He even stated on air, live, that Solomon married a bunch of black women. For those who don't know, we have some black Hebrew Israelites who claim that King James was black. Next excerpt.
We haven't said anything against the word of God today. God says love everyone. So if I say I love the Zionists that that cancel my account, then I could say I love. I did not. Can I say I do love Hitler. I do love the Zionists. I love everyone. The Zionists cannot tell me who I can love and not love. I don't think like that. I think more like someone that's on the spectrum. Since that's what they want to claim, well, let me be on the spectrum of love because love.
But that's a good T-shirt. I love
That's a
Hitler.
bar. That's a bar.
I'm joking.
Well, and I think too, and
Of course, he was joking. He said it. Now there it is. So some of you will wake up later on. What time is it in New York? 4 a.m. in New York. You will wake up and you will see it's all over the feeds, all over the news. Now, if you would have just not said that he loved the Zionists, he would have had some support from some black Muslim organizations. But it's going to be difficult for them to write with that one. You know, the same people who love to claim that they are down all black people, regardless of their affiliation and religion. They're not down that. They're not down with black Zionists. They're not down with Zionists at all. So we might be surprised. We might see some exception, but it's very unlikely. I don't even need to say any names. You know, I don't need to say any names, but uh, there's a known black leader who gave his support to Kanye, but now that the Zionists receive so much regards from Kanye, I'm curious to see if we will hear some validation. But like I said, that's very unlikely. So some black Hebrew Israelites were kind of portraying Kanye as some sort of hero, modern day hero, spokesperson, someone speaking fact, telling the truth. A bit like when Nick Cannon spoke. Kyrie did not really speak, he just shared a link. I came across a heading saying that Amazon CEO stated that the controversial documentary that Kyrie has linked to will not be removed from Amazon. And it's quite strange that the CEO has spoken up. But Amazon doesn't get any heat. It's quite some double standard. On the one hand, you have someone who linked to the documentary, and the people who are actually distributing the platform selling the documentary, the platform where the documentary can be purchased, it's not getting any hit. But it happens to be owned by probably the second richest person in the world. Every now and then, he and Elon Musk kind of swap positions. And we're talking about none other than Jeff Bezos. So I guess he has some leverage. Some other people will talk about some privilege, but hey, I'll leave it there. So even the black Hebrews or lights, it's unlikely that they will ride for these statements regarding Zionists. It's amazing to me. The people have the mentality of, well, I'm defending that dude no matter what he says because he's a brother. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with people and saying someone, particularly if you appreciate that person, hey, you're wrong on this one. Kanye is going through things. It's not new. It's been going on for a while. Now, he happened to have shown some sort of support towards Kyrie, and the Black Hebrew Israelites were happy to see famous people. I mean, celebrities, really. It's extremely rare to have celebrities embracing individuals that are pushing fictional stories, fairy tales, fictional lineage. But I've been thinking about the Pan Africans. It has been reported that some Black Hebrews or like groups are cool on defending pedophiles, for lack of better words, because they love to use euphemisms. Pan Africans are known for defending rapists and pedophiles as well, and some of them publicly defend jihadists. Young black man, young black woman, young man, young women worldwide, regardless of your race, color, and creed, what do you stand for? Now, if I was to focus on the so called conscious community, what do you stand for? Are you down with the melting pot? Are you down with organizations that teach that Africans are living a jungle life and Africans are not civilized and black means death and black people are marked and us uh, that we were disfigured because we rebelled against God and that our physical appearance is the essence of ugliness? Are you down with all this melting pot? Are you going to support what a black person says regardless just because of his skin color? So are you going to ride with the Zionists as well and say that you love the Zionists? I don't think you would do that, man. And then I think now they're going to say, well, he's going through things. The brother's going through things. What kind of bothers me is that lately we have individuals who's been dissing community people. And they have claimed the teachings of Kemet, or Kemetic science, or Kemeticism, as some might call it, for a long time, for many years. And ultimately, they decided to turn against it, regardless of the reason. And it flies, and it bothers me because you will never see any practitioners or followers of a belief system or school of thought or religion accepting someone habitually disrespecting their way of life, their tradition, their culture, their philosophy. I'm not talking about going to war, but just try to mind up a little bit. Try to mind up a little bit. I've been online sharing information for 18 years, which means that when I started, the people who were born are now 18 years old. They have reached adulthood legally in most countries. In some states in America, of course, you have to be 21 years old, but there it is. And I know, unfortunately, some people have been brought up within families that accepts the melting pot the anti-black and the anti-African teachings. I want to tell you, young men, young women, you don't have to follow in that path. You don't. Nobody's perfect. Some people are weaker than others. There are many weak ones. You don't have to be. You can stand out. You can. And I'm encouraging you to do so. You might want to follow the trends because we have some ecosystems of lames and they are quite comfortable. They are in a comfort zone because they are quite numerous. If you want to follow people for the sake of the numbers, go ahead. But ultimately, you will notice, you will realize that those people have not built anything and they don't even have an association or group of people that are on the same page. It's just a melting pot. It is not constructive. As a matter of fact, you can just witness that some of these dudes will be claiming to be in this for like several decades, don't have anything to show for. They don't have anything at all but their mouth. They don't represent anything. They don't have any direction, let alone an organization. We're not even talking about that. They don't have a school of thought. They don't have a philosophy. They are fence riding. And it's pitiful. And you, young black man, young black woman, can do better than this. There's plenty of tools at your disposal. And you can definitely stand out. Now, we had 3 examples. The first one being Nick Cannon. He apologized. Second one being Kyrie. And I even forgot now which one, made the headlines first lately, if it was Kanye or Kyrie. But we had Kyrie, and he apologized. And we had Kanye, who also apologized at some point, or at least said that he was sorry. After what he said yesterday, he will probably apologize somewhere down the line. But like I've stated before, those Pan-African scholars are a disappointment. Where are they? They have been pushing these black Jews, black Hebrews, black Canaanites narratives for decades. Where are they? They've let you down. And I don't mean to brag, but celebrities, for many reasons, you might not want to be associated, but you can pay attention and you can support as well. You can do it anonymously. For all these years, what I've been teaching, I've backed it up. And I've been very responsible with what I've been teaching to the people. So rest assured that the information that I'm sharing is reliable. So you can just follow the trends of some people because they are numerous and it sounds good. And then you can look like a fool and end up having to apologize. Or you can get on board with some real scholarship, with some real information that is backed up, that is referenced, for which you have sources. And you can learn, and you can also teach your close ones. And we can progress as a people. Because I don't accept the melting pot. I don't accept the anti-black, anti-African teachings. If you know better, you will do better. If you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. It's that simple. So, stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature of the law, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'atforever.